Hiya there, my name is David Sives Rutherford. I'm from Ashington, that's Northumberland in the United Kingdom, near Scotland for those who don't know. Okay, so I'm a full-time IT consultant. Okay, so I was looking for a device online which would allow me to engrave on wood and also mill wood at the same time. The only one I come across really which had decent enough specifications was the YoraHome 3018 Pro. Okay, so I mean the specs were really attractive, and in the end I went for this machine. And it was initially a bit of a learning curve. I had to build a machine, although not necessarily needing the manual too much. It seemed to go together without any issues. Okay, so there was getting to grips with the software. In fact, finding a piece of software that I was comfortable with, and getting to grips with that, and setting that up to work with the machine. It was a fairly easy task, nothing major. I guess it was just because it was a new machine. It was basically just trying to line everything up, the right way, and try and get the settings, to perfection, basically. So yeah, I mean, once I had it all been running, it had some spectacular results. Starting off, really, I was just kind of playing about with it, to be honest. So yeah, I started off with something like this. Basically just a scrap piece of wood, just practicing with laser power and speed of laser, and just with vectors and raster images, just to get a feel for the machine, and how what its performance is like. Yeah, I mean, that was my first scrap piece of wood. I went through quite a few, well, not quite, 2 or 3 pieces of wood just to try different things out. Okay, so eventually finding the right settings and power settings in the machine, eventually moved on to something. Eventually moved on to a design. I always wanted to do some Banksy artwork. So I don't know if anybody knows Banksy, but there's artworks throughout London, airbrushed onto walls, and they tend to have coloured balloons in them, red balloons. So this is kind of my first attempt at doing like Banksy artwork on a piece of beech wood. Turned out really well. I mean, it looks really professional. Okay, so after that, I just kind of was playing about with it. I did some mouse mats. This one's a mouse mat for personal use, just to put on my desktop. Well, a couple of those different types. That was just kind of a vector. Those are vector images, vector fonts, and then eventually moving on to some raster artwork. That's a 2600 Atari, so that was another mouse mat. And a friend of mine asked us, if I could show him what the output was like on this device. And I went online. I grabbed some vector images from Alice in Wonderland, and I put a bit of we could call it plaque, with various different artworks on there, and that's what it came out like. I mean, that's spectacular. I mean, the quality's amazing. The actual quality, but the actual detail is it's second to none. The quality from this machine, it's fantastic. Yeah. So anyway, I moved on to do some coffee mats. This one's for my coffee machine, basically. Grumpy before my coffee. It's too right for myself. So I had to have one of these made. It's just must. And then eventually I moved on to some bigger designs. So I started off something like this, just getting the measurements right on the back, well on the actual on the beechwood, and then eventually after a few tries came up with something like that. That's a bigger version. That's just fantastic. I mean, I've done various similar image types, just kind of changed the wording around and changed the vector types and silhouette type kind of images, and those look amazing. There's a few family members asked for those type of images just to put on the wall, and eventually someone asked me for a whitewashed one, so I've also done whitewashed plaque as well. Similar kind of images, but spectacular results. I've no issues with this machine. It's any design I've thrown at it, it's came up with spectacular end results. I'm impressed with it. So thumbs up for that one.